guys, and welcome back to the Co-op Zone. We are now gonna review a game we've been playing and checking out, Aliens Fireteam Elite. We've been playing several missions, and now is the time to make our final thoughts of the game.
So the first thing we will do is talk a bit about the graphics of Aliens Fireteam Elite.
What to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, we had some issues that happened where the games began to crash. The PlayStation could not apparently take all those amazing graphics they had, so the game kept crashing. So it was a major issue for me. If I just look in general at the game itself, graphic-wise, yeah, it looked good. It was very dark. I know you can adjust the darkness in the settings, but I even turned it up to a very brightness. And in some missions, it was actually still super dark. But having said that, oh yes, it's aliens. It's supposed to be in the dark, but sometimes I just felt I couldn't sometimes see what I was shooting at.
It was very annoying that I kept on crashing. And the bad thing is that they keep updating it with like 34 gigabyte files. And they still can't make it work. So it's very annoying that people spend their time waiting for this stuff and then try it out, and it's absolutely rubbish. Maybe not the gameplay, but again, when it keeps crashing and it doesn't have any checkpoints they can come back to, it's just annoying.
I totally agree, and especially one time we were at a mission, at the end of the mission, it's literally about 30 seconds left to finish the game, and it crashes.
It's not going to help any reviews that other YouTube channels have done either. But the graphics, I mean, the aliens, they looked alright, I guess, considering there was so many of them as well at times. But compared to other reviews we've done and other games we've played, this one lagged, at least for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
What are you going to give it out of 5 stars?
The graphics, I'll give it 2.5.
I was gonna give it less. I was gonna give it like a 1.5, 2 maybe. Like 2. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. 2.
Yeah.
2 out of 5 stars.
We'll be nice when we can. Well, we can, because it's gonna get
bad.
Oh, sorry.
Bad.
It's gonna get very hard.
It's gonna get bad later. Just wait, guys. There's some issues we really have with this game. So let's continue to the next one.
Well, let's get into the campaign mode, which as well, I mean, it wasn't the worst, I guess. It had a storyline, it had a start phase where you can talk to people in that spaceship or whatever.
That I did like. I must admit, that actually one of the positives of the game. You go out to talk to one guy, he will give you a mission. You can go to another guy to buy some new weapons and upgrades and blah blah blah. So that was one of the big positives of the campaign and story mode.
It had an okay storyline, didn't it?
I did think, however, sometimes it was quite repetitive in the sense that you would go to somewhere and then say, oh, what is this? And she would say, can you hold on for a few seconds while I try to open this door? And every time she said that, a horde will be coming. It was just very continuous.
The exit is sealed by Wayland devices. A moment, please.
No one would say that we're in the middle of a fucking alien invasion. Oh, hold on for a bit. But just keep the aliens at bay while I check this little thing.
And then in the end, every time at the end will be the same thing where there will be one major horde that will come. Defend the position, and then it will count down the clock. And then when the clock finished, you can then run to a place, and then match finished.
So if I had to give it out of 5, I would give the campaign mode a 2 out of 5.
Same, 2. Straight below average.
Let's get into the gameplay. The gameplay, again, like the other games, it had good enough weapons, I think. It had upgrades, the characters as well. You could upgrade them as well, so that was fun. But then again, in the game, you weren't that free. You can jump, you can do those things, so everything was like planned. It's very restricted.
Even though I did like the difficulty of trying to kill these different kind of aliens, some easier than others, there was so much stuff happening. When every time we called it a big girl with a huge alien who goes down his 2 feet and attack you, she will come and you will hear a scream like, Rah! In the background, oh, she's coming, you knew she was coming. Every time that happened, it would lag sometimes.
Yeah.
You just know, okay, it's lagging, that means she's coming. I did like the flamethrower, you can get like weapons like that.
Yeah,
that was fine.
That was
I did like the different classes as well you can select from. when you start creating your character, how they look like and stuff, compared to other games where you start with one person that just looks specific way, you could actually make your own character look like yourself. It was easy to control, kind of straightforward with like throwing grenades. You did have specialties, so my character would have like small missiles on his back that would shoot. That, you know, pretty fun that every character had their own little specialties that you could upgrade as well. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing you mentioned there. You can also have the super ammos and all those things as well. So
extra perks, yeah,
perks. So I'm going to give it the 2-.
2-. Oh my! So no stars, minus. You're taking stars.
I'm taking stars away, man. Half
You're
stars.
Taking stars away. Okay, I'll give it a 1. Yeah, because as good as it looked, it crashed. It was lagging. You know, and I checked online, and it was not only us who had the problem, it was a problem for everyone. It was bugs all the time. It was just a hassle to play. So I'll give it a 1.
Okay, and quickly the co-op.
Yeah, that was alright. You could be up to 3 people playing together. Because it was me and Cav, the third person would be a bot. That we called Mr. Anderson, as we called him. He actually saved us a lot. So a lot of times we died and we needed help. He would rescue us. He did a good job. Yeah, you had to work together, had to finish missions together. One person couldn't just run ahead. The other person had to be there, and you had to do stuff together. So yeah, it was pretty average. I think nothing major. There wasn't like a major storyline that was dependent on one of us doing specific things. It was kind of like going from there to the end of the map and work together to hold off the aliens in a horde once in a while.
No, I agree. It was nothing special about this co-op field. I think you did the job. There wasn't any handicaps playing with your mates either.
If you didn't want to do the campaign, you could do the horde mode as well. So that's a side thing you can enjoy maybe more if you don't like the campaigns that much.
Yeah, I agree. I would say the co-op 2.5.
Yeah, that was pretty bang on the middle. 2.5. Average. Straight average.
So, what do you give the game? Having played it for a while now, many hours, what's your feel of it? What do you think?
Wow, okay, let's try not to be too negative. We like to find co-op games that are good to play with our mates. And we found this one. It's Alien. Ooh, big movies, interesting. They've done games in the past with more single player, like storyline mode. I would say this one, because of the negatives we just talked about, and the game not actually doing anything major in the sense of being interesting, story wasn't really there, gameplay was alright, kept crashing all the time, which was super negative. I would give it, I'm sorry, but this is very harsh, I'll give it maybe 1.5, maybe 1.5 stars.
1.5 star.
Out of 5. Yeah, I know it's very negative.
How can anyone give it anything more unless you're a die-hard Alien fan and you're blind? Where to start? Yes, it's absolutely. I would never recommend this to anyone. I can tell you that. If I was with a mate and we had nothing else to do, I would just take a nap instead of getting this. I mean,
alright.
There's no point. There's no point in playing this.
No, probably crash.
It will probably crash. If it never ever crashed and never ever lagged, maybe you could give it like 2.5. No, you gave it a 1.5. I'll give it a 1.
So that was our final review of Aliens Fireteam Elite. Now, if you have any other games that you would like us to play and check out and review so you don't have to play them, please comment in the section below.
As always, subscribe as well. We have some cool stuff coming up, Far Cry 6 gameplay and also FIFA 22 eventually. Do keep a tab on us, follow us on Twitter as well, same handle as YouTube. Until next time, adios.